Welcome to the
And
Two
we're
Tunes
back.
Podcast. Hey. So,
Back
Bo,
from
it's
where?
been a week, and I still have Come That Long, Expected Jesus stuck in my head because it's just a good song.
That's a great song.
So this is our post-Christmas
This is 52.
This
is the new 52.
This is 52, the new 52. We've made it an official calendar year of episodes, which is cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep saying, "Oh my god, like we did it."
Yeah. That's
We're
it. We're
gonna
done.
keep doing
Last
it.
one.
We're
Now
gonna keep
going.
doing it. Everyone after now is just like an extra win.
What's the next milestone? 100?
I mean, it would be.
Just because it's a round number.
It's a round number.
100 episodes is a big deal on TV. You get syndicated.
Yeah,
100. I think just 100. I think we'll go by
100.
now at this
But
point.
like 100 is going to be the end of November if we keep
right.
being consistent, which we
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Even though we haven't at
No,
all.
we scramble sometimes.
We're like, we have to record an episode.
Yeah. So, like, to give a peek behind the curtain, when we first started this, we recorded the very first episode like
In October.
several months before we released it, and then we made a bank of, I don't know, 10 or 12 or whatever,
Yeah.
maybe something like that.
Something.
So that way we had enough to release and didn't have to rush. And then ever since then, it's been this constant thing of like, let's record 2 or 3 today. Or
I don't think
like-
we've ever recorded 3 at a time.
Yes, we did.
Did we?
We did. The one we did
Oh,
at,
in the
at your
basement.
house in the basement. Yeah, we did 3 in a row. And I feel like the quality of the first one was really rough because I was very tired and whatever. And then also, like, I think by the third one, they either got better or worse. I can't remember.
I don't know.
But I remember thinking it was one of those things of like, these are either going to be really good or really bad. But I don't know.
I think they got better, but I don't really
Maybe.
know.
Or they got worse because we were
they're
tired and ran out of stuff to talk
so
about.
long ago.
But we usually we'll do 2. That's what we're being kind of averaging is like we'll record 2 sort of in a row just to get us ahead of time or whatever. But
At least. And
yeah. And there was that one day when we had to scramble and get one for
it's
like the
dude,
next day.
like it's going to be released on Tuesday. We need to record.
Yeah.
So now we're, 2 weeks ahead.
Yeah. So
Let's not do that.
no. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, we should. I think that, and you guys at home tell us,
Well, you had one like for you were like
I want to be more topical.
right.
So we could be like, hey, we're recording it today and it's going to be released on the following Tuesday.
Yeah.
So then we could be like, well, what happened? And we're not missing a lot. Where right now we could talk about whatever
Yeah.
that's happening currently, but then it's like, well, this is coming out 2 weeks later.
2 weeks later. Yeah. Or
So-
like okay,
Is it 2 weeks later?
yeah. Yeah, it'll be 2 weeks.
Or is it 3 weeks? I don't know.
I don't know. No, it'll be 2 weeks. So like today's the 12th and this comes out on the
30th?
28th,
28th
29th, something like that.
calendar.
Um
Okay, yeah. I keep like, we're not behind. We're not like, I need to mix this tonight.
no,
It's gonna be
because
coming
we
out
have one
on
already.
14th.
But
Yeah.
even with the topical thing, like, so if we were to talk about things in last week's episode, which we actually just recorded like an hour ago,
Yeah.
like we can't talk about necessarily all the same things,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
So getting back to the Beatles documentary
Yeah. Which I still haven't watched.
came out on Thanksgiving
And probably
a
at the
month
time
ago.
that this comes out, I probably still won't have watched it.
Probably not.
So
That's cool.
anyway.
So this is the last of the year.
Uh-huh.
Next year we might do some. This is not themed, at least not mine. Is yours technically themed?
Sort of. Yeah, I picked it because it's almost the new year.
Yeah. And nothing will change.
Yeah. And I am still barely listening.
Yeah.
Is that the lyrics?
I don't know.
We'll find out.
I mean, we'll find out. But go. You're first.
Oh, I'm first. Yeah. So my tune is The New Year by
By-
a little band called Death Cab for Cutie.
By DCFC.
Yeah. Like no one calls them.
Actually, they just call them Death Cab.
Yeah. Are you a Death Cab fan?
Probably
Tangentially?
just the
You know the hits?
I know the hits,
Yeah.
and also like Postal Service, which is adjacent.
So here's the thing: as I was doing very minor research, like I tend to do for these shows, I pulled up just the Wikipedia page on this album, which is Transatlanticism, and I was like, I think this is the first Death Cab album that I got into, and I was like, I wonder why that is. And then, as I read like a little bit about it, so this came out in 2003 in October.
Ooh, this is after. For me, this is late.
Yeah.
This came out in 2003.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I feel like many people had been listening and stuff to them prior to this, but I think, again, trying to think of where I was 2003, whatever, I think the reason I got into them is because I had gotten into the Postal Service, which came out the year before, because that album came out in 2002.
Did it?
Or 2001. It came out before that.
When I think about this, I think of not that. When I think of Postal Service, I think of listening to it or being familiar with it when I was in a band called Pone Liar.
Called what?
Pone Liar.
Pone Liar.
And guess who's laughing right now? Christian. Because so when I was in that band, we went down to Christian's house.
Can you spell Pone Liar?
Ponliar.
Okay. So you're lying about Pone?
I don't know. I didn't come up with it at all. Weird. I joined the band afterwards. So, yeah, 2001 is when that came out, or when it was formed.
The band?
The band.
But Give Up, I just found out, it came out in 2003.
Yes, but I was. What is it? Is that the album that I'm thinking? They only released one.
Give Up? Yeah. Well.
Why? This doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. Timing.
Yeah.
Anyways, it reminds me of going down to Christian's house in Pittsburgh and recording.
Okay.
Like, that's what the Postal Service reminds me of.
Yeah. I was thinking I was listening to the Postal Service in high school, but apparently not. Must have come out like my freshman year of college.
But then again, I'm wrong in this. If this stuff came out in 2003, like, I was in the code at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And these, I don't know, is weird.
Anyway, I'm going to go back to my point.
Yeah.
So I got into the Postal Service, and apparently that happened as Death Cab for Cutie was kind of having like some issues within the band. Mm-hmm. And so like that's part of why Ben Gibbard went off and did that, at least according to Wikipedia, with Dintel. Is that how you say that? DNTEL? It's the guys. He's like
the other guy,
like the DJ guy, electronic musician. But I got into that band and I really, really liked that album, whatever. And it's like, oh, this guy's from this band, Death Cab for Cutie. And I was like, oh, let me check them out. And then later that year, they released this album. So I think that's why I got into this particular album in the first place.
Is what you said his stage name?
Who?
Dintel?
DNTEL. Yeah, that's the name of his, like...
That's his stage name.
Electronic musician name.
Yeah, I can't pronounce it. I don't understand IPA. I mean, I understand IPA, but I don't understand IPA.
Sure. Anyway. But that's how I came to know them, was from this album. And then, like, this song, I think because it's the opening track, maybe that, like, primacy bias thing of, like, the first thing that I heard by them.
Yeah, the first thing
kind of, like, stuck with me.
The first thing I heard when you said primacy, I just heard, like, Primus,
yeah.
Primacy, like it sounds like Primus.
No, it's primacy bias, like the first thing that you encounter with something, as opposed to recency bias, meaning the most recent thing you've seen or heard by something.
Yes.
So.
Didn't tell.
Anyway, since the new year is coming up, I figured I'd pick a song called The New Year.
Okay.
I didn't pick, like, Auld Lang Syne or whatever, but...
Yeah.
This works. I also guess I could have saved this for next week when we're actually in the new year.
Well, maybe next year will be like, I don't know.
Maybe I'll pick the band Brand New. Or the song Brand New, which is also a good tune.
Okay. We'll start listening.
Cool. What's that?
It's a great question. What is that? It's a song you're listening to.
Oh.
It's ambience. This song feels like it should be a lot faster than it is.
Oh.
Or like there's a lot of space in it.
Okay.
Like, let's see when the words come in.
It also feels like it's not in 4, but it is.
Yeah. So like 50 seconds into the song, they finally have said something. And there's a lot of spaces between these lines.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm going to have to count it. Maybe now it's more consistent.
Yeah.
But
it's just because there's not straight time. It's not 4 on the floor or whatever. It's just like there's like a lot of syncopated stuff or just like space.
So this is the new year.
1, 2, 3, 4. They hit on 2, 3 also.
Yeah.
Like odds, emphases.
Yep. No rhyming.
Yeah,
Which is nice.
It's like, what's that, blank verse? Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Free verse, blank verse, yeah, something like that, yeah.
Not that great at poetry.
Yeah. I found it interesting, too, as I looked up about this. Keep pause for a second.
Yeah. That's your catchphrase, by the way.
Well, because, like, I don't have control of the thing.
I could move it closer.
No, that's all right.
You just choose not to.
Yeah. This is a concept album.
Is it?
Apparently. It says exploring a theme of long-distance romance. So hence, like, transatlanticism, like you are going across an ocean and stuff.
Is it about...
It says this album utilizes ambience and instrumental sparseness as an extension of this theme.
Mm-hmm.
It's about what's-her-face? Who's what's-her-face?
Crap, what's her name?
What's her nuts?
Zoe Deschanel.
No, I don't know. Why? Did they have a thing?
They were married.
Oh, I didn't know that.
For 3 years.
Oh, maybe. According to, again, Wikipedia. Have you heard about this? Wikipedia.org? It's a good one.
I hear it's an encyclopedia that anybody can change.
Yeah, it's about wikis. But according to this article on there or whatever, it's about like the band, how they were kind of split up for a bit and like going like their tensions and things.
Okay.
So, because again, that's where the Postal Service thing came in, was like in that sort of time when they were, I don't think they were officially broken up, but maybe weren't like doing their thing all together. So,
okay. Drummer left.
Okay.
During this.
Welcome to Bo Reads Wikipedia Silently.
I know. Yeah, I mean that's all it's like it says. So yeah, I mean you know more than I do.
I mean, yeah, just a little bit. Also, you can look up this band. They're huge. They've been massive. They're from Bellingham, Washington, which is where my friend Kim is from. I don't think she listens to this, but shout out to
You want to
Kim.
go back? Chris Walla.
Yeah. He's the guitar player.
Why do I know that name? Oh, he produced it.
Yeah, but he's also the guitar player in the band.
Didn't he quit the band?
It says years active, 94 to present.
I think there's somebody
maybe that's just his musical career.
Yeah, that's his years active. I think that there's somebody who's like, I'm still in the band, but like, I don't go out on tour.
I mean, it does say Chris Walla, past member.
Yeah.
So yeah, apparently not in the band anymore.
Yeah. He, ooh, here, I'll do that.
Okay.
He left the band in 2014 at the end.
Okay.
And then they just didn't have anybody fill this until 2016.
Gotcha.
And then they got 2 people.
Do you know where their name comes from? Death Cab for Cutie?
No, I don't.
Apparently from a song
Called Death Cab for Cutie.
Called Death Cab for Cutie by the group Bonzo Dog Doodah Band.
Okay.
It originally featured on the British television show Do Not Adjust Your Set, Series 1, Episode 7, as well as in the Beatles film Magical Mystery Tour.
Ooh, wow.
Bonzo Dog Doodah Band.
It's all related to the Beatles, man.
Also known as the Bonzo Dog Band or the Bonzos.
Okay, we're going to listen to them next week.
Cool.
Not really. So this part kind of feels like a separate song or like an extension of that first one.
Yep.
Because like the lyrical stuff is going a lot more quickly.
Yeah.
Right? Because the first part, it has this lots of space in between all these lines. And then this has just like blah, 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 blah. Right.
A lot of exposition and things.
Yeah.
There'd be no distance that could hold us back.
And there's the distance between.
Be no distance that could hold us back.
Repeat it one more time for the kids in the back.
Be no distance that could hold us back.
What's this song called?
The New Year.
Oh no, it was bad timing on my part because like the last thing, it says so this is the new year.
Oh,
4 times.
nice.
Right here.
So this is the new year.
Yeah, I like that 3/4
Yeah.
hit.
So this is the new year.
Nice harmony that third time.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the new year.
Remember, kids, you got to change it.
Yeah. Even New Year, they kind of
Yeah,
hold
yeah.
that out a little bit more. Yeah.
You got to introduce new, just like Ryan Tedder says. You got to change. You got to every 4 to 8 bars. You got to give them something new, some little piece of new information.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ryan Tedder.
I mean, that's based on like old school songwriting, but sure.
Well, I mean, I'm just talking from his monthly class.
Oh, I see.
Today's sponsor is not
No.
anybody.
Yeah.
You don't have sponsors. This is fully funded by yours truly
Bo Barber.
and Brandon Bittner.
Yeah, so that's again, I picked it because of the title going into the new year and stuff. But yeah, it's probably my favorite song of theirs because I don't listen to them a ton or know a ton of songs.
Well,
but
what
it's
are
just
some other
the first one that kind of
what are some other
like the hits by Death Cab for Cutie?
yeah
Couldn't tell you.
what are they really
I don't think so. Like not off the top of my head. That's what I mean. Like I don't listen to them a ton.
like maybe I think like
like them.
all of the hit songs by Death Cab are the Postal Service songs.
Yeah. I Will Follow You Into the Dark.
Yeah.
That's one. I forgot about that one. They have a song, I think it's called Crooked Teeth. Is it Crooked Teeth or something like that? That when I taught the recording class that you teach all the time, but the one time I taught it, we did a cover of it. Like we did our version of it.
So I have
And that's a good
Plans, which is not this record. And yeah,
Right.
this song right here.
Yeah. I Will Follow You Into the Dark, which I did a cover of with my friend Mike.
Which I think was featured in Garden
probably
State.
A Million Things.
Maybe.
No, I
I don't know.
think so.
Like that whole time is just like because I know that Iron Wine they
Yep.
did a cover of
Such
a
Great Heights.
yeah by Postal Service, which is what's his name again? Ben Gibbard,
Ben Gibbard, yeah.
the Gibbs.
They are not on the Postal Service, or it's the Postal Service, the Garden State soundtrack. Excuse me,
Okay, it's just
because I was like, I used to have that thing memorized, and I was like,
it's
I
like
do not remember that band.
point A to point B to point C. That's
Yeah.
where I just did a whole bunch of weird connections.
But they were featured on like the OC, I think, or at least talked about on the OC or whatever. So
yeah.
yeah, again, they're like a massive band, and people know them, and yeah, I should probably listen to more. Of
Yeah,
them,
I
'cause
was
do
a
like their stuff.
Kaleidoscope, and We Laugh Indoors.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Those are song names that were on the OC,
Okay,
and was the first of 3 songs to blah 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 blah. Anyways,
cool.
the OC, go watch it, kids. It's this new show.
It's about time that they probably like revamp that,
Yeah.
right, and redo it.
I wonder if there is.
But that show was already kind of grit, because that's the whole thing is like they do these like gritty reboots. So it's like Riverdale's like Archie comics, but gritty and
Yeah, but that's like coming back from like the 50s and
Yeah.
60s.
but even like isn't
and
like
comic
Saved
books.
by the Bell that way too? It's like kind of like gritty a little bit.
That's not a reboot. That is a sequel series.
Oh.
Because those people.
Now the kids are the adults.
Yeah,
and
like
whatever.
AC Slater is the gym teacher
right
there, and
yeah.
he's like,
but isn't it kind of like a
like
little
me-
more gritty? I didn't watch it.
it's like me and my best friend. We used to fight over a girl, and it's like, hey, and that was your mom.
Yeah,
But then I had a girlfriend. It's like with this person's like, oh, and that was your mom.
yeah. But what I'm saying is that since the OC was already kind of like a gritty show in a way, they'd have to do like a silly version of it. They'd have to do like the '90s version of like Saved by the Bell, but like the OC.
Okay. It's really weird to
Also, I never watched the OC. So.
See, neither did I. See Ben McKenzie.
Yeah.
He was in that show.
Right.
But then he was also Commissioner Gordon in
He
Gotham.
was
And that's what I...
Officer Gordon and then Captain Gordon. He never officially became Commissioner Gordon.
You're right.
Because he didn't have the mustache either.
You're right. He was Gordon. He was James Gordon in
Yes.
Got Ham.
Got him. Ham to burger.
Yeah. But then, you got Misha Barton.
Mm-hmm.
What's she doing these days?
Uh,
It'd be hilarious. It would not. Okay, this is not funny. But if you're just like, what's this person doing? Dude, she died. Like, she didn't. But like, if I would be like, that's so wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, what's this person doing? Well, she died.
The only thing I really know about that show is that Rooney was on there, and
Rooney?
yeah, the band Rooney.
Oh,
They were
yes.
on there.
Yeah.
And that somebody gets shot, and it's to
Hide and seek.
it's to hide and seek.
Yeah.
What you say?
And-
Who
and-
just did a video about that? Somebody did a video.
It was
Patrick H.
It was
Willems?
Patrick H.
Yeah.
Willems. Because it's like everyone's like, it was a meme of just like, and then everybody like would do
Right.
that, but like not understanding the context of the song within the TV show.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
the whole song is there, but just that what you say is in a part that is super ridiculous.
Over the top. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it does lead to that,
Right.
But if you take it just by itself, it's like, what is going on here? This
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But if you watch the whole thing, it's like, out of context.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on. But you can watch the OC on HBO Max,
Cool.
which means I'm going to go watch it. Actually, I'm going to go watch more Yellowstone.
Nice. 1883. A Yellowstone origin
That
story.
one starts next Friday.
Cool.
I mean, it started on the 17th, I think. Anyways, you want to just go on in?
Yeah. What's your tune?
My
two tunes.
my tune of the Z2 tunes is called "Recluse in the Making" by Sincere Engineer. I don't know anything about this band.
Okay.
Well, I know a little bit. What I do know is it's a person.
Okay.
And Sincere Engineer was their like AOL handle,
Nice.
or no, it was like their Instagram handle or something.
Instagram or Instant Messenger?
I don't even know because I don't really. I want to say like AOL, but I don't think it's that because. But it was just like their social media handle
Sure.
was Sincere Engineer, and this person. I don't know their name, and I apologize for this.
You should look it up.
I should really know all this
Know
stuff.
what it is.
But anyways, she has a degree in something and like works at a lab or something.
So she's an actual engineer?
Yeah. I mean, there's a podcast that you can Lead Singer Syndrome. She was on that, and it was like
okay,
really,
cool.
really cool to like listen to her.
Is that how you found out about her?
Yes,
Oh,
that's
okay.
how I found out about it. I'm like, oh, this is really cool.
So people should go listen to that to find out more information.
Yeah, they
It's
should
like
go listen to
oftentimes groups
other-
I bring in, and it's like, oh, go listen to the Third Story podcast because he'll tell you, or they will tell you all about
Yeah.
themselves.
But so this song, there's a video for it. Okay. And she, I think the most of the time, like what she's doing is just like, yeah, I like this stuff so I'll do it. Right. So it's like she was on Instagram or whatever, and then just like playing a guitar and singing. And then someone's like, this is really good. Like, I'll produce you. And it was somebody who was like on Epitaph or something like that.
Oh.
All this is hearsay. I don't know what I'm talking about. So
Sure.
if you really like this, you can go
Yeah.
on. I know that she does work at a lab. Most of her stuff lyrically can be kind of like just like normal everyday stuff, but like can really hit home because it's like, oh, it's like what I'm dealing with,
Right.
or it's not this over dramatic thing. She's on Hopeless Records, or at least this record is on Hopeless.
Traditionally a pop punky kind of
I mean, they're always evolving.
label. Yeah.
Record labels are always evolving.
Sure.
So the other thing that I wanted to say is, okay, so she makes a lot of her own videos, and this video is all Sims.
Okay.
And Shane Told, who hosts the Lead Singer Syndrome, was like, oh, that must have been like, that's so awesome. It's like, you made that? That's so cool. It's like, And basically she explains how she did it, and it's like the simplest thing in the world.
Oh.
And it's just like, yeah, I just you just screen capture and you just play Sims for X amount of time, and then you just cut it up.
Yeah.
And that's all she did, is she just played Sims.
I mean, that's what I would have guessed.
And
she would
made
have
a
done.
character that looked like her, because
Sure.
you can, and then just like, okay, just do stuff. And so the whole video is just in the Sims world, and there's like a character that looks like her.
Right.
So it's like, it's really cool.
Yeah.
So here is this song by Sincere Engineer. I also like it because like there's just like little loops.
Come home late from work and I'm tired, numb and sore.
So there's like, I mean, there's a loop going and then there's another loop going. Where you thinking it's like, oh, this is going to be like something else. It could be.
I got a few hours to play in the sunlight, but it'll just be another one of those nights.
And then it's just like, yeah, it's just a happy song.
Yeah.
Or not happy song. But like, it's just
Folky.
folky. It's got some accordion maybe. I mean, it was there.
Oh.
But just kick, snare, kick, snare.
And it's just her? Like, she does all this herself?
No. They built a band for her.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
There. You hear that?
Yeah.
And like during the pandemic, she's still working at this lab.
Sure.
And apparently her band is like doing really well.
Uh-huh.
But it's like, yeah, I still work at the lab.
Yeah.
Because,
Why not?
like she's on that side where it's like, do I want to do this full time, or do I
Yeah.
want to, it's just is just a side project.
Yeah. I feel like with the way music works now, like, you might
You
as
can do
well
both.
keep your day job. Yeah, because you can absolutely do both. Like, and if your job's cool enough that you can, like, take time off and go touring, like, do that, because that's where musicians really make their money. But
Yeah.
I don't know, if you just like doing it and you can
Yeah.
add to your income.
Oh,
And be
it's
creative.
Deanna Bellows is her name.
Okay, cool.
But there's not really like, I mean, there's a hook.
Yeah.
Get some THC and caffeine.
What do you think that is?
That thing on the right.
Yeah.
Can you go back again?
Yeah.
I heard it. I didn't
Because I
have,
think
like,
it's so interesting, and I'm thinking it could be like two different things,
Okay.
and one is like, okay, and the other is like kind of like, that's kind of dark.
Yeah.
Get some THC and caffeine in me.
What do you
It's
think?
hard to.
Because I think a lot of this song is a lot of like found sounds.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to kind of put into words like what that sound is
Okay.
for me
All
right
right.
now. Like, it almost sounds like one of those like spinny wheel things.
Like your bike.
Oh yeah, you put a.
No. Like when you're pedaling and then you stop pedaling, but the bike keeps going.
Like the gears or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you hear this
here's. Do you want to know a fun fact about me? I
Don't know how to ride a bike.
the whole like once you learn how to ride a bike, you never forget thing,
Yeah, yeah.
right? I'm the exception to the rule. I learned when I was a kid,
Uh-huh.
and then went through many growth spurts to be the large individual that I am today. And
6 feet tall.
6'3", although I'm probably shrinking because of my back. But
Yeah.
anyway, when I was like 11 or something, after I had a couple of growth spurts or whatever, I like tried to ride a bike again and just like couldn't, because I was in this new body basically
yeah.
that like I didn't have.
Balance.
Well, I just didn't know it well enough and whatever. And I had like taken time off from riding a bike also. I wasn't like a kid that like just rode a bike all the time, whatever. Like I did it when I was
Okay.
young, and then like probably till like about the age of 7 or 8 or whatever. And then I just didn't. And
Okay.
then-
All
So
right.
that's my thing. But anyway.
I rode a bike from the time I could ride a bike until I got into a car.
Right. Which is like probably like a lot of kids did or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I have never really relearned to ride a bike.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm talking about gears and other things, it's just like stuff that I sort of know exists, but I don't actually
understand.
know of. So anyway,
Yeah.
go ahead.
You're not a biker.
Right.
I think it's actually called cyclist.
Yes. I believe
Because a
so.
biker, people think motorcycles.
Correct.
And then cyclist is like you're wearing weird spandex.
Correct.
That's neon because
Yeah.
you
You
don't
look
wanna
like
get
you're on the
hurt.
Tour de France when you're riding down Route 22 in my way. or more
You're
like
so
more like Linglestown Road or whatever. Like,
Yeah. Don't hit bikers,
I
cyclists.
try not to, but they should also follow the rules of the road.
Yeah. Get some THC.
Yeah.
Stop by the show down the street for a little bit.
Also, I thought you were gonna say like baseball card in the spoke of the.
Yeah, no,
tire.
just the
Actual
gear.
gear itself,
Yeah,
okay.
when you stop spinning or when you stop pedaling.
There's the
Just got here, but
Yeah,
squeeze box.
squeeze box.
Yeah.
that. And to this taxi driver,
It's just like the lyrics are just kind of like, yeah, whatever.
I ever was.
Yeah, it's very folky in that way of just kind of like
Just telling you what's going on.
telling a story of
3 months before.
mundanity, if you will.
Yeah.
Mundanity?
Yes. I mean, not. That, I don't think
Is
that's
that
a
how you
word,
pronounce
but
it? No, I think it is.
mundanity.
Mundaneness.
But yeah,
I think mundanity or mundanity, depending on how you pronounce it.
yeah. And then that building up,
Mm-hmm.
and then cut.
Ain't it just like me to let my life pass me by, to never once even try? Ain't it just like me?
Which I think a lot of people can relate to. The lyrics here. It's like, ain't it just like me to like let my life pass me by? A recluse in the making. Just gonna stay inside.
What's the song called? Recluse in the Making.
Recluse in the making.
No, I wasn't sure, but I was like, that's got to be the title.
I didn't know.
But I forgot.
I didn't know if you were gonna make a joke about it or
Nope.
not.
I just genuinely forgot. What's that?
Crickets?
Yeah,
Flies?
before that, there was like a click.
You want to go back?
No.
Sure.
Yeah.
Got 2 seconds.
Nah,
And we're
it's
done. And we're done, guys.
Yeah, it's cool. I'd have to be like in the right mood to listen to that, but I dig it.
Yeah.
That'd be a good if more of the album is like that. That'd be a good one for me when I'm driving.
So the album is pretty interesting.
Uh-huh.
I don't think all the songs are like that. They're kind of all over the place.
Is this her only album?
No, I think she has 2.
Okay. Is this the most recent?
Yeah, this came out this year.
Okay.
And it's out on Hopeless. I don't know exactly what date, but yeah, it came out 2021.
Okay. I just was curious because sometimes, like, especially with what you're telling me about, like what her life is actually, it would make sense that an album might be all over the place because it's like, if it was like the debut, especially, it's just like I got all these ideas and all these different things, and like I'm not necessarily doing this all the time.
Yeah.
So let me just like dump out all the stuff that's in my brain.
Yeah, I know that a lot of it, it all starts with like her and an acoustic guitar, and then I think a lot of the stuff is whoever produced it.
Sure.
So just because I think that this is a different song. Here's the opening track off this record.
This is my grand introduction.
And this is what I expect from
Yeah,
Hopeless.
yeah. Which I think this kind of sounds like early Hopeless records, like early
Yeah.
2000s.
It's punk rock and
Yeah. So it's like,
So is Recluse in the Making more like the outlier?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
It's more relaxed, and I
Yeah.
think the video is pretty cool. So that's kind of why I brought it in.
Yeah.
But that's our episode this week, guys.
We've made it a whole year.
We've done 52. Let's do to the next 48.
Yeah.
Because 48 plus 52 is 100.
Yeah.
But no, I want to keep doing this.
Same.
And I'd like to grow our fan base or our community.
Yeah.
And the way that you can be part of this community is by just listening.
Yeah.
But also, you can help us out by telling people about
Telling
it.
people.
And ways that you can show us that you're more than a passive.
Is by sending us 100 American dollars.
No, it's actually a lot cheaper than that.
100 Australian dollars.
It's
that would be way cheaper than
by
American dollars.
1 Bitcoin.
One, yes.
That's actually
Just
a lot of money.
a single Bitcoin. That's all we need. Just one shiny little. You can be a little dirty. It's all right. They're all printed dirty.
I mean, technically,
Apparently,
they
Bitcoin's like
don't
destroying
exist.
everything.
Anyways, let's not get there. But you could join the Discord and talk to us.
You can buy
and
an NFT of Bo's face.
oh my god, Non-fungible tokens.
It's just Bo's actual face. You get to own it. But like you don't actually like anybody like that's what NFTs are.
All right, we'll see you guys.
Just
Bye.
things that you can't actually no. We're talking about things. Anyway, find us on Discord, find us on Instagram. Bo's opening up a can of NFT soda. Non-fungible Sprite.
Oh my god, that
Share.
like peaked so
I'm
so
sure.
high.
Yeah.
It's so big. It seriously clipped the microphone.
I can imagine that. Yeah. All right. That's it.
Share,
Like,
subscribe, smash that like button,
smash it.
that bell notification that we don't have because this is a podcast.
Although we're on
it does,
YouTube apparently.
it is on YouTube, but you know, for like the 2 people that listen, which probably means they like click on it and be like, oh, this is an hour, nope.
Yeah.
Or this is 36 minutes, nope.
Yeah.
Discord, Facebook, Two Tunes Podcast, Instagram
At Two Tunes Podcast. Email.
Email.
twotunespodcast@gmail.com. Has anybody ever emailed us? Like legitimately, like
no
related to the show and not some random ad.
Yeah,
thing?
it's
Really?
related to the show, but it's like more like, hey, we're in the business of podcasting.
Fake. Okay.
It's not a real person. It's not like I'm a fan of the show.
Somebody actually email us, please.
Christian, Rich.
Anybody. It would just be funny. I don't know. Whatever. And then because it's a Gmail account, right?
It is a Gmail
so it'll generate those like replies that we can give. We can do like an auto. So send us an email,
Thanks.
and then we're gonna pick a thing to reply, and we'll do it. We'll record it. We'll talk about it. So
we will read your podcasts.
yes, this email. We'll read it, and then we'll respond with one of the auto-generated responses,
Oh, this one doesn't have one. Never
and that's what we'll do. Okay.
Discord.
That's it.
Discard.
Discard the Discord.
All right. See you later, guys.
Bye.